Hi, folks, and welcome to the second edition of Stories from A to JJ about my illustrious radio career and how I got to be here now, today, in 2020. Let me recap real quick. I was an intern at WTHU in Thurmont, Maryland in 1976. I did my initiation by putting a lamb in the studio during the farm report and basically lived there at night because I was now a radio groupie. Fast forward a couple months from then, and my internship ended, and I was going to graduate the first week of June. I got a phone call from Gary Jago, the program director and morning guy from WTHU, and I thought I was still going to pay for the lamb being in the studio. He said, "Come in, we want to talk to you." So I came in, sat down with Gary Jago and Patrina Colby, who was the owner, and Dean Alba was the co-owner. He was the one who owned the sheep. So I got nervous because I thought, I'm going to hear about the sheep. So they said, well, how would you like to be the night guy on WTHU? And I said, what? Excuse me, me? Me? I'm looking around like, me? And they said, yes. Jim Riley is going to this radio station in Hanover called 98YCR. Jim Riley graduated in the last week from Mount St. Mary's College. So Jim Riley was ready to make his big jump to a 50,000 watt FM radio station. And I said, so what do I have to do? And they said, well, you're going to work from 8 until midnight, and you're going to be the night guy. You're going to run the Orioles games. And I said, okay, I have a job. And they said, yes, and you'll start getting paid. And I said, really? I get paid to do this? I get paid to do something I love? And they said, yes. I said, how much? $2.10 an hour. That was my first paying radio gig, to run Orioles games. Now keep in mind, the radio station was 500 watts during the day and 100 watts after it got dark. I was the night guy for a 100 watt AM radio station in Thurmont, Maryland at $2.10 an hour. And I lived on cloud nine. I also had another gig on the weekends. I was a busboy at the Cozy restaurant in Thurmont. Now the Cozy was, people came from Baltimore and DC. It had a flower shop. It had, it was a great restaurant. It had little bungalows and stuff like that. But I was the weekend guy at the Cozy. So now I'm on the radio getting paid, and I graduated the same time. Life is good. The same day I got the job, my dad took me to Woodsboro Auto, and I got my first car. My car payment was $48.66 because it was a 1974 Plymouth Duster. I'm all in. So now I have a job. I'm getting paid $2.10 an hour. They say it starts on Monday. So I came out of the office, and Erin said to me, did you get the job? Erin was the traffic department head person, and she was the secretary. And I said, yes. And she was like, yay, thank you very much. $2.10 an hour. Okay. She goes, well, it's not quite as much as I make. And I said, okay. So, well, I've been here a year. So anyway, she gets on the phone and she calls her boyfriend. Her boyfriend's name was Gary Dingle. And she said he got the job. He showed up a half an hour later and said, okay, we need to go and celebrate. Now keep in mind, I'm not 18 yet. He said, it won't matter. I know the owner. Turned out the owner was his aunt. So we go to this little place, drinking hole in Thurmont, and I am getting bought beer, and I got introduced to tequila, and I was 17 years old, and we got drunk. And I made the mistake of saying to Gary Dingle, his last name was Dingle, I said, so where's your brother Barry? And he said, yeah, I know, I got the joke in school, like Dingle, Barry, there you go. So he got me drunk and took me home to my parents, and they said, well, what happened? And he carried me to my bedroom, and he came out and, well, he got the job, so we had to celebrate. And my parents looked at him and said, and you are, oh, I'm the traffic manager's boyfriend. Oh, and he said you might want to put a trash can next to his bed because he partied pretty hard. Now, that's my experience getting my job, my first radio gig, WTHU in Thurmont, Maryland. Join us again for another exciting edition of A to JJ, stories of my illustrious radio career. And you can also listen to my show every day on Oldies 102.9 WHYL and on the web at 1029WHYL.com. Till next time, bye-bye.